when we decide to do politics, this is what we will be faced with. Is Fifi Bobo saying that when they came in 2017, they didn't do same? See, we should stop this pretense.
He was actually accused of being a beneficiary of a reassignment.
Because at the time Fifi Bobo was appointed as manager in the office of the CEO. There was no manager in the office of the CEO of the former CEO. Okay? He was no office manager. And then when the Cocoa Board director of communications were on retirement, then he was reassigned to become the director of communication. So when government changes, every government wants to appoint their own people. So it is nothing new that people will be reassigned. It is normal. Every government comes, they reassign and bring their people that they think they can work with. And that is what we have lived with. We have actually made the civil service no longer a place for meritocracy. We've made it a place to find jobs for our party members. This Fourth Republic, that's what we have turned our country into. That every government that comes to power with its people, and it's looking for a job for its people. So when it comes and then finds that I can reassign this person to this place, I can reassign this person to this place, and bring in my people to come and occupy those positions, they do it. Fifi Bobo will not tell me that when they took over in 2017, the director of finance of Cocoa Board was the same director of finance 8 years under NPP. These things are things they all do. So why is it that we want to make it look fetish, as if somebody is doing something that has never happened before? If we want to admit that as politicians we are doing the wrong thing, we should admit it and say we want to stop it. But don't accuse your opponent of doing something that you also did when your party was in government.
But you see, if we're changing the person, are we letting them go, or we are keeping them, appointing a new person and paying both?
But that is what we keep doing in the Fourth Republic. Why do you think that all the institutions where wage bills are high? The reason why every public institution wage bill is high is that any government has to bring in its own people. And those who are there, who are seen as people who belong to the previous government, are assigned to some Siberia positions. You understand it? As if somebody is a medical doctor, is going to go and handle Cocoa House. It's a Siberia position that will be created. You still draw your salary and everything, all right, but they will make sure that that important position you are holding is given to somebody whose government is in power. So if they can't find somebody in-house who they believe is capable, they bring somebody from outside. Fifi Bobo cannot say that in the 8 years of the NPP, they didn't bring in a lot of new people to Cocoa Board. It is not true. You all do it. And what you have done, and somebody is doing the same, and you are complaining. So you see, we should stop this pretense and create a storm over things that when you are in power, you will do same. Your opponent can be doing same, and you have a problem. But see, the only reason I will agree with him is that this is where we balloon the wage bill of institutions. And you see, and it is easier done in institutions that are not on the consolidated fund. Institutions that actually generate revenue and pay themselves. Because that one, they determine how much they pay themselves. How many workers they want. So for them, their revenue to pay salaries is coming from their own revenue generation. So institutions that actually pay themselves are able to recruit people as and when they wish. It's only when you have to be put on the consolidated fund that there are issues of whether government wage bill can carry it or not. So once we are having a huge government wage bill, we have wage bill of institutions that are not on the consolidated, which are also very huge. Which are also very huge. Now tell me, which institution in this country under 8 years of NPP did not see changes of people who are in charge of key positions in this country?
They all did.
Didn't we see new faces all over the place? We have seen. And this is what we have turned this country into, that it doesn't matter how qualified you are, it doesn't matter what your position is. Once there's a change of government, we must find a way of making you not important in your position, find some corner for you and say, this is your new office, and then go and bring in our people and put them in the lucrative positions. We think that when you are there, you can get something to chop.
Is there a way to retain the technical hands? And if we like, we can go ahead with appointing political appointees at the top.
Technical hands.
As in the people who man the technical aspects of the institution. Maintain them. And then do your political appointments.
You shifted to a place and somebody else will come and take a position. See, as I said, let's not pretend. You are a journalist, I'm a journalist. I have done journalism for at least for the past 20 years. There's no single change in government in this Fourth Republic that you go to institution, you won't see new faces. You always see if when there's a change of government, you see new persons, especially in the key positions, important positions. That is what they do. They will give you an excuse that, okay, I can't trust this person. Maybe the person will sabotage me. And, oh, this person is an EPP. They'll tell you why they think they have to do it. And as I said, so long as they pay themselves, they can create any position for you today and put you there. This is your new designation. In your position that you are holding, this new person is taking over. And there's nothing you can do because the board has been appointed by the president of the day. So the board members are all people that belong to the government of the day. Okay? The management of the company, the CEO, has been appointed by the president of the day. Okay? So decisions that are supposed to be taken to make those changes are being taken by people whose government is in power. So taking that decision that it should be shifted from here to here and somebody else be brought, it's not something you can challenge because it's gone through the process and the procedure. You understand? So these storms we want to create, once I feel the pain that we will bring in more people, increase the payroll of the institution. Meanwhile, there is a cocoa board that for the past 20, 30 years, we have all been complaining that their debt keep increasing. Look at the current debt of cocoa board. And you ask yourself that if it's your private company, will you be employing more people into that company? If it's your private company and you are facing that huge debt, will you say that you are bringing on more people, creating some non-existent position for people because you want to bring in more people and pay them more money when your company is collapsing?
And you just add on to your debts.
But it is not your company. It is government institution. So you don't look at those parameters. You know, it's public institution. Once you bring in the person, they'll find the money to pay.
Right.
And this is why I always say, and so long as we don't think of running the public sector like a private organization, we will just complain over and over and over. If they want to do an audit of cocoa board now and find out 2016 how many workers were there, 2024 how many workers there, you will see the huge number of people that have been added to cocoa board, even though the debt keep increasing. And you do it for every public institution, you will find same in this country. So when these issues come up, let's not pretend, because we are not willing and ready to say we think it is hurting the nation that we want to stop. If cocoa board there's a change in government tomorrow, all these new people he is complaining about, they will push them into some corner and go and bring their own people to come and occupy the position. So the politicians that we have, they should stop creating confusion that they are the ones behind it. They are the ones behind it. So I don't think that this issue of this thing should become any issue should come. As ordinary people will be concerned that the institution financially is not doing well. Why are you bringing new people that will put more pressure on the institution payroll? That is the concern of the ordinary person. But for NDC and NPP, that is not their concern. Their concern is how to find job for their party people so long as they are in power.
Very well.